October 14, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, No. 4.
Hey, Nick,
What is it this time?
you won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
Are those really popular?
They're here for the trial next door.
Next door?
Why don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atmey's trial today.
Detective Atmey?
They say they're gonna try him as Mask Star to Mask.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Mask Star to Mask's trial.
Ooh. I know.
Kiddo.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
For sure.
By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
No, you don't like me.
Rose has really gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since the incident last year.
Please don't ignore me.
Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning.
No one likes me. No one would notice me, even if I killed someone. Which I definitely didn't do.
Come on, don't be silly. Oh, wait a second.
You don't mean you're the murderer?
No, I'm just a poor
No,
thief.
not November, no.
Yeah. No, wait, that's not right. I killed... A thief can't really be poor. That is not true.
Now, let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit these heists.
Do you really think that there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
Like a timer appears in the corner. October 14, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom No. 6.
Oh my gosh, it's that guy with the weird freaky X-Man again. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak.
Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
Wait, did he just say that he just wasn't doing shit?
Yeah, I don't prepare for these things. I don't even study.
Yep.
He's got the judge in the palm of his hand, yet again.
Rhonda Light is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all. What?
I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot.
Ha! Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war. But that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right?
Yes! Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change. The victim is Kane Ballard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated at 1 a.m. as of the previous day.
And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. Our little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant.
Very well then, Mr. Godot, please call your first witness.
I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. The first one is always the best.
Mr. Godot, your witness.
Okay then, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself.
The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but... I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify.
Ha! You've got guts, trite.
All right then. Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand.
Like, steal it? Okay.
Oh!
You did it, didn't you?
Yes.
Objection.
What?
Leading the witness.
Wait, no. That's not true.
For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record straight for the shortest trial ever.
Well, Mr. Delight always looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
Once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin.
Ha! Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? You didn't kill Bullard. Why did you go to KB Security?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. Oh yeah, I wish I could go.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
My visit to KB Security. That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I had been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
1 a.m. The exact time the murder took place.
The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. Ha! It's bitter today too. Just like my destiny.
You'd never know that was from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Right.
Look, he's
Yes.
gotta press this, right?
Push it, push
Yeah.
it to the limit. 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that?
Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow, and my internal clock was also a bit...
1 a.m. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct?
It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure.
What did I got? I'm gonna go there. Yeah.
It ordered you to go there.
It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then?
Oh, of course. They'd say things like, steal this or take that.
Haha! Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say any more. Now, what should I do? Press harder?
let's go harder. Yeah, why not?
So what did the blackmail letter in question say?
It said to bring $550,000.
Money, eh? Perfect motive for committing murder.
Ooh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway.
Oh? Is that right? Were you going to kill him instead?
Yes, no, after all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
An important point indeed. Wait. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Ha!
Muddy Mudskipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do.
No threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything.
Can we look at the blackmail?
Yep.
You don't want your true identity revealed to the world, then come to be KB Security 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring 50 grand. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead.
Let's
Red
go.
diamond you
I
received.
guess let's press this.
Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? Blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask sort of mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me.
He didn't?
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Desi believes in me.
That's why Miss Delight didn't believe he was masked start a mask.
That's why I knew they were just hollow threats.
Interesting. Press this one, too.
You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right?
Yes, that's right.
A security chief? You?
And yet, a year ago you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? Perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say?
This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject? Oh,
Probably why, right?
why was he fired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job.
Well,
The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that.
Okay, then, I take it back. Defendant, please answer the question.
I needed money.
You needed money?
Well, you see, Nessie loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick?
My salary
Yeah,
wasn't.
aren't you one to talk?
Hey,
My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company.
Come again?
KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief,
You stole some data and sold it.
Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately.
What? I wish I had never asked that.
I was somehow able to keep it a secret and it made it seem like I had quit on my own.
what is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
He sure told you.
So, you admit that you stole data from your company. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact. Please, add it to your testimony. Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worst. Crashed and blew up. Gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster.
Let's see.
Press it.
Yeah, press it.
Why would you do something like that?
Well, for Dessie's hobby, what else?
Wasting money, huh?
It's not a waste!
So Mrs. Delight didn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
So it would seem.
I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
Can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples. Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
Wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Uh-oh. Got a bad feeling about this. And we'd better be careful.
But if we don't find a way to make him spill his beans, then we'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
Mr. Delight, where are your beans stored?
Okay, so we need to object to something.
Okay. I think he went there at 1 a.m.
Yes, I believe that. I
Yes,
also believe
it
that. That is objectively true.
And
Didn't scare
it
me.
wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything. I don't like it, but keep going just
Yeah.
in case.
So that's true.
Yes.
That he didn't know about. Okay, that's also probably true. So it's probably this one, right? Or it's
Yeah.
probably the second one or third one.
Yeah.
All would cause him trouble. So let's read the black.
What is it specifically? If you don't want to
if
take
you
that
don't
red
tr-
diamond, what is the red diamond?
Yep. If you don't want your true identity revealed, well, no, hold on. So the identity, well, he don't want Destiny to know, right?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
true, but
And,
also
but also, what is the red diamond? Hold on. Is there a?
go to the record book of that Bullard had of all the stuff.
Is the Tear of Amanon?
The jewel.
It could be that.
I don't know.
Well, it's not. I think it's not the rest of these.
No.
I think he does not. I think that the. Well, she has criminals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Okay,
present.
there we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mr. Delight, what you just said now doesn't match what you told me yesterday.
Huh? Oh, what doesn't?
I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Having a certain person find out your secret.
Ooh.
A certain person? Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife.
Oh, but I listen to me, my Tessie. She's.
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins.
Grr. Godot.
Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
Well, what do you mean?
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about.
Oh! No, everything's falling nearly into place for him.
Don't talk about my Tessie like that, or you'll be sorry.
I will kill you. Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I don't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes.
Sleep with Francisca?
Boy, I was about to say, I can think of at least 3 places to get whipped in 20 minutes. Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. A family man who cared just a little too much.
The motive is clear. Let's move on. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We're all ears.
It's because he doesn't have any eyes, that's the joke.
Yep.
At the CEO's office, when I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there dead.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective yesterday provided a similar testimony. Did you steal that one too? Aha. He said that Masked Star to Mask struck him on the head from behind. Of course, since Atme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie.
Ha! No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked.
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that, Mr. Trite. Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it.
Alright. There's a sussy shadow.
Sussy Shadow. Who was this Sussy Shadow?
If there were 1,000 of me, and if even one knew, I'd tell you, trust me.
His dodging all of our questions is not helping us win this case.
Okay, then how was the victim, Mr. Bullard, at that time?
What do you mean by how was he?
Is he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place.
That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
Forget it.
Awesome.
Sit on the head, the forehead even.
Your forehead.
Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack.
Do you remember anything about who hit you?
Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit. So I think I was a little dazed for a while.
I don't think Mr. Delight even grasps what you were asking.
Yeah, he's still concussed. I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself.
I was born concussed.
Maybe that would knock some sense back into him.
What is that? I was wearing that.
That? Could you please clarify what you're referring to?
Why, my Masked Star to Mask costume, of course.
Oh, wait, just a moment. Masked Star to Mask.
Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Masked Star to Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
What?
Oh, wow. Okay, I believe it, yeah.
That's actually...
Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this.
I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even I didn't know that. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I'm sorry, it's never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait. That's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind?
Ha! My sixth cup of coffee is staring at me coldly.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
I'd been killed if I hadn't been wearing a mask star and a mask costume. Press this too?
Yeah, why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Why were you dressed up as Mask Star to Mask?
Why, because I'm mask star to mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Mask Star to Mask trial is being held next door.
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the mask star to mask issue. So I thought I should go as him just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Well, let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected.
Took a lot longer. What is he talking about? Press it.
Yeah.
What did you mean by took a lot longer?
Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body.
What? What was that? Back up a second.
Yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Yeah.
Inconceivable!
Yeah, it is. What the fuck?
Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine?
When they've shit themselves.
The answer is simple. When they shit themselves.
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying. Does this mean that Mr. Delight hit the body because he's the murderer?
Ha! So you're not as stupid as you look.
His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you? Yeah? Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Witness, make sure you add this to your
Oh, Jesus.
testimony.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, looks like a storm front is moving on over the fair weather judge.
The great Judgini is at it again. Took about 10 minutes. Whoa, hold up.
Emergency button? Hello?
Yeah, hold on. It was pressed, right? Wait, so this is at like 1-ish. The record.
Go to the right.
1
Yeah,
or
there it
2.
is.
Yeah, the fuck? Hey.
Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? And what might this be? It's the record for the emergency button that connects the CEO's office to security. The button in the office is pressed. A security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m. What? Mr. Ron Delight truly was the murderer. He would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading this way.
Objection! Ha! Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building.
You stupid dummy. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as the chief of security. There's no way he would have known about them.
Objection! But, as it turns out, the guard never came.
That's nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known.
Objection! Ha! Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off.
This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Ugh. Fine. Let's hear your theory.
Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious? So he fainted? That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So what are you trying to say?
Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client had been able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in the room. That's right, whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer. Oh, wow. Why would they press the buzzer if they just go? Order in the court! Mr. Wright, this is...
Objection! This is preposterous. It was this kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard.
Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was... the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright? I need to prove that the real criminal was at the scene, but how? Oh, I know. Yes, we can. We can prove it.
Okay. I'm lost, but yeah, let's do it.
The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proved that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. It's the buzzer, baby.
Why? No, fingerprints. Yeah.
I believe this piece of incontrovertible evidence is what you're looking for. The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it? Absolutely not.
Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue. Now I'm the one who's clueless. This is a big turn of events, as I normally have a good idea of what's going on. This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind.
Oh,
Oh wow, that guy just spit coffee
Objection.
everywhere. Is anybody gonna clean up?
Ron Delight. Obviously wipe them off.
Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
He touched that button. I know he did.
The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Masked Star to Mask. And Masked Star to Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have to wipe the button free of fingerprints? Oh, that's a good point, true. Oh, shit. Order! Order! Order!
Ha! It would seem. I've been forced to eat crow.
I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? What's with his awkward silence all of a sudden?
That was like the smartest thing he's ever said.
He is the great Judge Edie.
Ha! Looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
They're onto you, Nick.
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. Real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m.
And
And Mr. Delight just happened
Hey, that just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right?
when taking place, right? Yeah. The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Very well then.
Oh, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? To call the security guard, of course. I know what it did is an option. It's a good one. The killer knew that if they pressed the button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. Do you mean to say that the killer called the guard on purpose? Yeah. Although as it turned out, he never showed up.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time.
Is that a sexual thing?
Yeah.
Ha! What a touching story.
How many ooks?
15. You're saying that the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in?
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Rhonda Light, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer. Well, hypothetically, yes. Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Rhonda Light.
And if any security guards came running in that time, they would think that I was the murderer.
Yes, that is precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Rhonda Light of the murder. Alright, I got him. That was good. Wait. Order! Order! Order!
Ha! It would seem. I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, I've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee.
Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one known master to mask, so...
Nick, you mean the real killer is...
We're gonna drag that person in here right now.
Oh, but who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard. Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rhonda Light for the murder of Kane Bullard?
It was this statue. It could be
Statue of Amy
It
Faye.
could be Pearl.
It could be Pearl Faye.
It could be Pearl.
Age 9.
Hear me out. Wanted a divorce.
Desert. You know, we can do it. It's only 2 bars of health. It was Godot. Does Godot have a last name?
No. He's a mystery man.
He knows you somehow, though.
Oh.
Or dad. Anyway, Luke. Detective Luke at me. He's the only one who could have done it.
Ace detective.
Look at me.
You mean Master the Mask did it? Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Master the Mask after all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard.
Damn, how,
What?
2 points at the same
But
time?
you just admitted the other crime. Why would you do that? Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Theft and murder, which is more serious as a crime goes. They're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime punishment to a capital punishment. Please remember that the trial from yesterday, if you would. Yeah, they do. When Luke Atme confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
Of course. A famous detective was unmasked as, well, Master the Mask.
Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along. To be found guilty? Master the Mask had the perfect alibi when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at the Lordly Tailor. In other words, being found guilty as Master the Mask was Luke Atme's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. A guilty verdict as an alibi?
Wow. Crazy.
That's why he's an ace detective, I guess.
You know, it's almost time
But for what?
for Luke Atme's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial after all. If we're gonna stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Mr. Luke Atme's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and failed to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for an appeal. Am I really sure about this?
Ha! A bet's only good when your life's in the ante.
Mr. Wright, I believe in you.
Mr. Delight.
So, please, I'm begging you.
Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. I really risk your life like this?
Yeah. Ooh, Phoenix, I'm a ghost.
Oh, that was a ghost. What was that? A ghost?
Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust.
Am I Kerrang channeling technique?
Yeah.
That voice, it sounds like Mia. Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess.
Are you okay, Nick? I'm not channeling anyone.
Ha! So that's your answer, huh?
Very well. I've decided as well. I need a little nap. This court will take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atme to the stand. Yes, Your Honor.
October 14, 11:58 a.m. District Court, Courtroom No. 5.
Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, Sir Detective Adme.
I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly.
Oh no, Sir Detective Adme. You were the one who...
Who is this man?
I got him.
Okay.
That's enough.
All right.
This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. The court finds the defendant. Look at me. Hold it! Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please. Very well, sir lawyer. Welcome to my courtroom. Who's this hoser, eh?
This guy Canadian?
Hey, who's this hoser, eh?
Yeah.
My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. And I wish to file an accusation against this man. Look at me.
Accusation? You accuse Mask Star to Mask?
That man is not Mask Star to Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. What do Canadians yell like?
Eh?
Oh, what? Eh?
No sweat.
To be continued.